Hello and welcome to Kids Corner. Now hands are an interesting thing, aren't they? We could do all kinds of sign language with our hands, right? Like for example, if I went with my hands and did this, what does it think? What does that message give to you? Probably means that I'm either waving hi or I'm saying bye-bye, or maybe I'm getting the attention of somebody that's down the street or across the road, getting their attention, right? How about if I go like this with my hands? Well, it usually means that I'm giving praise or for somebody that's doing something really well when we clap our hands, right? Now, if I were to hold my hands like this, what does that represent? Well, it usually represents somebody is praying, right? Yes. So in our Bible lesson today or this week, the verse comes in the book of John, and the Bible verse says, I will remain in the world no longer, but they are still in the world, and I am coming to you. Holy Father, protect them by the power of your name. And that comes from the book of John, which is in the New Testament. If you remember, the first 4 books of the New Testament are Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. So it comes from the book of John. And what was happening there was that Jesus was praying to God, because Jesus knew that he was going to be leaving the earth to be by God's side. And so he prayed to God. And that's what this message is about. So yes, even Jesus prayed, and that's something we need to be doing every day or all the time.
Hey kids, I'm Alana, the world famous Bible Times detective. I'm sure you've heard of me. Wait, you haven't heard of me? That's okay. I'm taking you on an amazing adventure today. Let's go. I'm whispering because we are near the spot where Jesus is praying. Let's tiptoe closer and see if we can hear what he is saying. Shh.
I pray for them. I am not praying for the world, but for those you have given me, for they are yours.
Oh, he's praying for his disciples. That's awesome. The disciples are his best friends.
I will remain in the world no longer, but they are still in the world.
Wait, Jesus is leaving? Where's he going?
And I am coming to you.
Who is he going to? Wait, I know this one. There are so many clues in the Bible. Let's see. Oh, right. He's going to his Father in heaven. That's right. Wait, he won't be with his friends anymore. What will they do? Oh no. No wonder he's praying for them.
Holy Father, protect them by the power of your name, the name you gave me, so that they may be one as we are one.
Oh, isn't Jesus wonderful? He knew his followers would need help in this world. Jesus is so wise. The world can be hard, can't it? Jesus knew that, so he prayed for his followers. And Jesus prays for you, too.
What we're going to do today is we're going to make praying hands like this, okay? Like that. So what you need to do is get yourself a piece of paper. I have some construction paper here. I picked an orange piece of paper today. Orange is a cheery, happy color. What you do is you fold it in half, like a book. So you've got a card, okay? Then what you do is you take your hand and you line up your hand on the piece of paper with your pinky along the fold there. And you kind of put your fingers together and outline your hand like this, like I'm doing with a pencil. See that? Right. And around the thumb and back down. Okay, and I'm going to finish it off there. Then what you do is you take a pair of scissors and you cut along your hand, but you don't cut the fold. All right, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to cut along my outline of my hand. You can do the same. If you need help, maybe you could get mom or dad or an older brother or sister to give you a hand cutting this out. Okay. But being careful not to cut along the fold, right? Like so. Like that. And then you have praying hands. Nice, right? So what I'd like you then to do is to take your praying hands, and on the front of it, I'd like you to write the words, Jesus prays for his disciples. You can get mom or dad to help you if you need it. Jesus prays for his disciples. Now, disciples is a big word, isn't it? What does disciples mean? Well, disciples were and are Jesus's followers, okay? Believers and followers of Jesus. So Jesus was praying for his disciples. Okay, so in our Bible lesson today, it comes from the chapter of 17, and there's a few verses I'm going to read to you. And what I want you to do is inside your praying hands is you're going to draw things that represent what Jesus was praying for. Now, in verse 11, it says here in the Bible, this is my Bible, verse 11, it says, "And now I am coming to you. I am no longer in the world, but they are in the world. Holy Father, keep them safe by the power of your name and the name you gave me." So Jesus was praying to God for protection, to protect his followers and his disciples. So when I think of protection, I think of a shield. Maybe you could draw a shield. Do you know how to draw a shield? Well, it's not too hard. What you do is you simply draw kind of like a V with rounded sides like that, okay? And then you do a whoop, whoop on the top. And then maybe you could draw braces or like a cross in the center like that. Color that in, okay? So a shield. So Jesus was praying to God for protection, to protect us when he was no longer here on earth with us, okay? So I'm going to outline my shield as a reminder that God was praying, that Jesus was praying for protection. Okay. Next, let's look at verse 13. Okay, verse 13 says, "And now I am coming to you, and I say these things in the world, so that they might have my joy in their hearts in all its fullness." So Jesus was praying to God that for joy or happiness, that he wanted us to all to be happy. So I'm going to draw a happy face with a great big smile, because Jesus wants us to feel joy, to be happy, right? Next, in verse 17, it says, "Dedicate them to yourself by means of the truth. Your word is truth." Still, we want us to learn to be true, and we learn the truth in the Bible by learning from the Bible. So let's draw a Bible. Do you know how to draw a Bible? Well, just do the best you can. I'm not the best drawer either, but I do the best I can. Make something kind of look like an open book, like that. Okay, and I'm going to write the word Bible on there. Okay? And then lastly, let's look at the verse 19 and see what it says in that chapter. So verse 19 says, "And for their sake, I dedicate myself to you in order that they too may be truly dedicated to you." Okay? And I think the best thing to represent that was he prayed to God to make us holy. And when I think of holiness, I think of a halo. What do you think? So let's draw a halo. Now you'll need gold for a halo, right? I hope you have a better, okay? A glowing halo would be the ideal thing. to represent holiness. Yeah. And I'm going to draw some shining halo. There. Okay. And there's our praying hands. Jesus prays for his disciples. So what I want you to take away from our little craft exercise today is that even Jesus prayed to God before he left. He prayed to God for guidance, for help for us. And it's a reminder to us that we need to pray every day as well. Pray for guidance, pray for protection. And it doesn't matter what time of day you pray, morning, evening, night, any time of day is the right time to pray. Have a great week.
I once was lost in sin, but Jesus took me in. Well, then a little light from heaven healed my soul. Well, he bathed my heart in love and wrote my name above. And just a little talk with Jesus made me whole.
Let us have a little talk with Jesus. Gonna tell him all about our troubles. He will hear our faintest cry. He will answer by and by. When you feel a little prayer wheel turning, you will know a little fire is burning. And just a little talk with Jesus makes it right. Well, you may have doubts and fears. Your eye be filled with tears. Jesus is a friend who watches day and night. He wrote my name above and bathed my heart in love. Just a little talk with Jesus makes it right. Let us have a little talk with Jesus. Gonna tell him all about our troubles. He will hear our faintest cry. He will answer by and by. When you feel a little prayer wheel turning, you will know a little fire is burning. And just a little talk with Jesus makes it right. Oh, let us have a little talk. You have a little talk with Jesus. You can tell him all about your trouble. And he'll hear your faintest cry. And he'll answer by and by. And when you feel that little prayer wheel turning, you'll know the little fire's burning. And just a little talk with Jesus will make it right. And just a little talk with Jesus makes it right.
I am doing a maze this morning. It's called the Never Lost Maze. And I just finished it. And you like to do mazes too, don't you? A lot of people like mazes. And the general idea is you start where it says start. You make your way through the maze until you come to the end or the finish, right? You can't go through walls or through lines. That's cheating. So finding your way through life sometimes can be like finding your way through a maze. Each day we have to make choices, and we don't always know which way to go. Sometimes we even choose the wrong path, and we have to back up and start all over again. Has that happened to you ever? Have you had to start something, quit, turn around, go back, and start all over again? It's happened to me lots of times. Like for just example, just a few weeks ago, I decided I'd try to make myself a blueberry pie for the first time ever in my life. So I made the blueberry pie, and let me tell you, it was a disaster. It was mushy, gushy, terrible, to the point that I literally took the pie and threw it in the garbage. Then I started over. I did my research, talked to people who are good at making blueberry pies, and I got it right the next time. Now, Jesus knew that life in this world is difficult. That's why he prayed for his disciples when it was time for him to leave this world. He prayed to God, and this is what he said while he prayed. While I was with them, I protected them. I kept them safe. No one was lost, but now I am coming to you, and I ask you to protect them and keep them safe. We too have guides to help us make our way through the maze of life. We have the Bible and we have prayer. Life may not be easy, but with God leading the way, we know that we will never get lost. Let's bow our heads now and pray for a moment. God, as we search for the path that will lead us safely through this world, we place our trust in you and ask for your guidance and your protection. In Jesus' name, amen. Now, Harley has joined us today, and she's been a really good girl, so she gets treats today. And I'd like to invite you to check out the Kids Corner this week, and you'll find this maze on there. You'll be able to print it off and do it yourself, plus a couple others. And we've also got a craft there coming your way this week. So look at our Kids Corner on our YouTube channel or website. I hope you have a great week,